Hello.
What's today's date?
Today is October 18th, 2018.
Yo, your podcast voices.
Do I sound different?
You definitely sound different on the podcast. You like a totally different. This is Podcast J.
Wow. Maybe my mind just knows. I thought at first it didn't know.
Yeah,
I do this on camera too.
Yeah, you do.
I don't know why.
Yeah.
You gotta get out of it.
It's funny.
It's just the pressure.
Yeah, no pressure. You say you're gonna try to make this a short and sweet?
Well, it was, but then we added a bunch of stuff, so now no.
Yeah. Okay. So what I need you to do on this episode, we're gonna talk about we talk about the numbers on a big scale a lot as far as the net.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like what we make, on a monthly basis or whatever. But we don't ever talk about the overhead expenses and stuff like that. So I want to kind of show people that it ain't all peaches and cream. We're not taking home everything. It's a lot of stuff that goes into this as far as money you have to put in, the money you have to reinvest. Because sometimes it may look like you made a lot of money, but you might have lost money. So
yeah,
I just want to show people just to operate, this is what we have to do to break even.
Okay.
And I want to show them the difference in 2015. God is dope. Just operating out the living room to now. What's up, brother? You gonna chill? You gonna sit right here with me? All right. If you're gonna be over here, you gotta chill. If not, you're gonna have to go work or something. All right. Cool. Yeah. Okay. So, just for my sake, can you just create an itemized list? Huh? Like
a note sheet?
Yeah, like a list of expenses. So I'm gonna try to, and if I forget something, let me know.
Okay. So this is just
no, don't
our
touch
monthly. Our monthly expenses. So we could start with rent. This
Okay.
rent. Are we doing just
No, we're just
every
gonna do
single
everything.
thing? Okay.
Everything except for the Airbnb.
And the loft?
Yeah, the loft is just
Doesn't count anymore.
Nah.
Okay. So this rent is
This rent is
total
$4,500.
okay.
We'll do rent and then we'll go to utilities. And all that.
Okay, $4,500 for the factory rent.
$2,600 for the store.
Store rent.
What else is it? Is that it as far as just
There's no payment on the should right? That was already been paid.
should we do hypothetically?
Hypothetically, because that was a different scenario where we were able to pay it off.
Right.
But if someone were to have a company vehicle.
I think the rent for the truck of $45 probably would be
car note.
Car note would be maybe, let's just say $500.
Okay. $500 company vehicle car note.
Add the insurance, full coverage for 2 or 3 people, $350.
$350 insurance.
And then Sed can kind of put it
like a list.
Hopefully. Sed don't really like to do edits. But
he's been doing a great job.
Sed, you've been doing a great job, bro. I don't know if Jay gave you a pep talk, but
we just both decided we had to get we had to get moving.
All right.
We had to get stuff done.
Okay.
The pictures have been coming out good.
Yeah, Sed is doing an awesome job.
Started off shaky, but
yeah, I like to be brutally honest on the podcast. So yeah, Sed, we started off a little shaky, but it's coming along.
I think all it was whatever sensor he cleaned on the
he just brought down the highlights, I think.
Yeah. All right. So we got the car note, car insurance in here.
Car note, car insurance. Okay, so we have the utilities. I think the stores water ranges between $80 a month.
Let's just say let's round up to 100 just to have.
All right, cool.
100 store utilities. What about electricity?
Electricity at the store is roughly around $350 a month.
Okay.
Give or take.
And I think that's something that we can get down some because often I go in there and the speakers have been on all weekend.
Yeah, the speaker's not pulling that much power.
I mean,
or they might. Yeah.
Or the AC. I mean, we could start turning off the AC if we're not there for 5 days. It doesn't need to be moving. And actually, last weekend I heard a weird rattling with that.
Yeah, the AC is acting weird. Okay.
$350. Store electricity.
Comcast.
And Comcast is all of it, right? They have all our Comcast.
Nah, Comcast just at the store is about I would say 150 with the phone.
Okay.
ADT is about another 150 with the cameras.
150 store Comcast. And then 150 ADT, which is security and cameras.
Yeah.
Okay.
Am I missing anything?
For the store, we'll get to staff later, but
yeah, we'll get to payroll later.
No, not for the store, I think.
All right. Okay. So for here, power bill.
Have we gotten our first power bill?
It's probably gonna be about $650.
Okay.
Ridiculous. Maybe more. I know the last factory, half this size was ranging between like $450 and $550. So this will probably be just $700.
Okay. $700 power bill.
Cameras are about $150 with the alarm. The
water. Oh, water's included in the rent, right?
Nah, you gotta pay that too.
Okay.
The water's here, like at the last factory, we had a running thing with the toilet, so it was like $250 every month. Over here, it'll probably be like $80. Yeah, finessing all across the board. Comcast.
Yep, we have
150. Right.
Yeah.
All right. Is that everything as far as utilities?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think that's okay.
Okay, so now we looking at payroll.
Okay.
Rough numbers. It's about 45 just off of the ADP, right?
Yeah.
And then with the cut checks, it's like, you ever did the math on those?
It really varies depending on.
Let's just say
on average, if we did 40 hours a week, it just people get different amounts and.
Right. Okay. So roughly,
we can add that number into the note sheet, but right now I couldn't. Really
all right. So what are we looking at now? Adding all of that up.
All right. Hold on. With let's say
on a monthly basis without even paying payroll.
The main payroll, yeah. So we're looking at.
These people in here, they so spoiled, man. They sitting down folding shirts, man. It's ridiculous. Go ahead.
Roughly 14,000.
14,000 without payroll.
Yes.
Okay.
That's well, including the 4,500 ADP payroll. You want to subtract that? I mean, that would be.
But that's you put that times 2.
No, I can.
So we talking about monthly, because that's only that's bi-weekly, right?
That is bi-weekly. 18,330.
Okay, and then you add in the independent contractors with the checks.
Which I mean,
on a weekly basis, let's just do 40 hours. Okay, so let's do 12.
Do you want to just average it at 40 hours at 10? Like there's some low and some above. I think it would average out to be around 10.
Do 12.
Okay. I think that's high, but
no, it's not.
12.
How many people was that? 4?
Wait, four people what?
I get checks, independent contractors.
4 people?
Yeah, how many people would do it? Oh, that's 10?
Yeah.
Damn. All right, go ahead.
Not 4.
There's probably something.
It's 4 people that are on
There's probably
ADP.
something I don't even want to see the numbers to.
Yeah, it's a little bit more than the ADP cut.
Yeah, I know.
So it's about 4,800
a week.
Yeah.
The ADP is bi-weekly.
Yeah, so 4,800.
So it's twice.
Times 4. So the total is 37,530.
So that's the monthly expenses.
Yeah.
40,000.
Yeah, we can round up to 40.
Okay. So you see that? 40,000 without making a dime. So I have to make $40,000 on a monthly basis to break even. Everybody's paid, all the bills are paid. And then what comes after that is inventory. And with this new method of us breaking even, I mean, not breaking even, but just doubling our money. You say, okay, let's say, hypothetically, let's say we make $100,000 a month, right?
Mm-hmm.
Payroll, I mean, all payroll and all the bills are round up to what, 40?
Yeah.
So that leaves 60. We're breaking even. I mean, not breaking even, we're just doubling our money. That means 30 is going into inventory. Right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And that leaves 30 to just the business.
Yeah. That's at $100,000.
That's at $100,000.
Yeah.
So I mean, on the grand scheme of things, it's not what it seems, but it's money in it.
It's our third year of business.
Yeah, and let's go back to 2015.
Yeah. Okay,
When
so that was all those was 2018 in October. So in 2015.
2018 in October, I have to make $40,000 to run a business.
Yeah.
I have to make it. 2015.
Yeah.
I was operating out the living room. All I had to do was make $900 in utilities. Because everybody else is paying themselves with the shirts. It's like,
So $900. And then
let's round up. Let's say $1,400
okay.
with the utilities, and that was all. So I said that to say,
I mean, how much were you making a month in 2015 off of that?
in 2015,
Yeah.
I was probably making about, let me see, because I think I would do this 3-month thing, and I think it was at like 45. So I would say I was making between 10 and 12.
Okay, so let's just say 12. At that, that's about 11%. And right now we're at about 13 or 14%. So scaling wise, at $300,000 a year, or a month, and with $40,000 in expenses, we're at 13% of our revenue is expenses. At $12,000 with $1,400 in expenses, you're at 11% of your revenues goes to expenses.
It's not bad.
Yeah, I mean, I think scaling from like what it was in 2015 to now, I think it's
did a good job.
Yeah, I think it's not like there could be improvements here and there. Definitely, there's always room for improvement, but from where you started 3 years ago to right this moment,
Yeah,
a 2% increase.
not
I
bad.
think for the reach and the importance of the brand now. Yeah. So it's pretty interesting to know. I didn't know we'd never really ran those kind of numbers.
Right.
Like
yeah.
comparing. I mean, obviously we've ran them like for us to know where we're at.
Right.
But I didn't know. I never really asked about before, like really before I was here.
Right.
Because then, I mean, it's scaled. I'm curious to know. I don't want to spend way too much time on it today, but then compare that to, okay, that was out of the living room. What did that percentage jump to when you got the store? And then what did that percentage jump to when we got the mattress factory? And then jump again when we got to,
Right.
that would be pretty interesting to get, like, where were we at our most efficient,
Yeah, I would probably say the store because we was open all day.
Yeah.
I was living out the store.
Yeah.
Not
And the store,
not-
this was, we people were doing work out of the back and the front of the store. When I was an intern, a couple times we had to ship stuff. It was in the middle of a work day.
But then you
with customers coming in.
Then you sacrifice your comfortability and your peace of mind
Yeah.
and like just, doing all of that type of stuff. And I mean, if you got to spend more money to just be more relaxed, don't touch it. No. He's starting to respond better when I say no. I just say no, and he's like, all right, cool, I get it. All right.
But yeah, it's pretty interesting. So 2%.
Yeah, that is interesting. Even though we're not making 300,000, this is the goal for this month.
This is the goal of this month. Yeah.
So if you
at this month, that would be. Let's say
if you average the past 3 months, I would say 225. Do that. Let's do that.
I have the numbers actually right here. Not including this month, the past 3 months before that, our average would be. Let's see.
Put May in there because I want to,
Okay.
Baked a lot of bread and kept it off the books. Way before the feds, my pictures was getting took.
I'm just gonna do the year.
Let's just say because I don't want too much dry space in the podcast.
Okay.
So let's say 225,000. Do the
out of 225.
Yeah, what percentage?
Okay. So we said 40,000.
Yeah.
Divided 225,000. 17.
Yeah. So it's more like that.
Yeah.
Right now, but with this goal that we set, and where are we with the goal?
Today is the 18th of October, and we're at 175,000 and some change.
Dang. So we need five bands for today.
Today, yeah, but that can be a segue into the plan for the next 2 weeks.
Did you pick the winner? Before that, did we pick the winner for the Woman of God?
Not yet. I have to read 700, 900 comments.
No, it's over 1,000 now. I thought she was doing that last night.
No, I said I would do it today.
Good luck.
Yeah. It's okay. I can do it.
But look,
I'll just make tallies.
Did you how'd you think the ad went?
The ad?
Not the ad, but that post.
I didn't see a huge spike in sales. It was pretty interactive.
Yeah, I'm just talking about from the interactive standpoint.
Oh, interactive, it was cool.
All right.
Yeah. Right now, just with this goal, I've been
it's
for
all
me,
sales.
It's sales that I'm focusing on. But it was really people were into it. I mean, 1,000 comments is huge for us.
Yeah.
Got a good bit of likes. I think the people that were in it were cool with it, happy.
Right. Yeah, I saw them putting stuff on their story go
vote for me. So
yeah.
that's
cool.
super cool.
I want to do that once a week.
Okay. Cool. But yeah, we got to announce the winner for that today. As far as the plan, so basically right now the issue in the factory is because of our goal being the highest we've ever had, it's just added a lot of stress on production fulfillment. Not too much that it's crazy, but
and the fact that we short 3 or 4 people.
Yeah, today.
Jay let everybody go on vacation.
That's not true. I did not. I told Sherrod. People requested off coincidentally the same week, a couple weeks ago, and then Sherrod and I brought it to your attention, and basically the dates were approved.
I'm going to always say yeah, Jay.
Wow.
I'm going to always say cool because my motto.
I said it wasn't the best
with
idea
or without
to let
you, we're going to be
third.
fine. That's my motto.
Okay.
We're going to be all right.
We're figuring it out.
Yeah.
It's all good.
Yeah.
But we're a little short, so the fulfillment, production has been on roll. Fulfillment has slowed down a little bit. So I think today, tomorrow, basically throughout until Monday, I want to keep it slow and then be able to do the email on Monday morning.
Yeah.
With the new product that we shot yesterday, which was both the Thank God hoodies that we showed in the last podcast. We reshot the God Life, and I think with the first shoot of that and the second shoot, we have at least two really good pictures of that shirt.
Yeah.
To make it basically the idea is to take it a little bit slower so we can have a full shift on Saturday, Sunday. Certain people will be here on Sunday. Going into the next week as strong as possible with everything out to just focus on sales.
Right.
And cruise through the last full week of the month. The next week after that is half a week. The month ends on a Thursday.
Okay.
Wednesday or Thursday, and so we'll have our end of month sale on the 31st or 30th
Right.
of the month, and I think that should be cool. With the new releases and advertising on Shade Room throughout the next week,
Okay. Yeah.
and just everything else. So
We got
full
we
shift
got
on.
we got to get more creative when it comes to the Shade Room stuff. I mean, I know it's a lot going on, especially with the shorter staff, but it's like,
As far as like,
look, I thought about some stuff yesterday. I'm gonna put. I mean, I think I can say it on the podcast because it's covered. We putting it out there. Pray for this. Think the Nike Just Do It campaign, right? I think they got this thing going where it's like, it's only crazy until you do it. It's only impossible until you do it. So just do it. You seen those ads?
yeah, it's like the Serena Williams, Colin Kaepernick.
Yeah. So, with the Pray for This campaign, we shoot a commercial and it's like, it may be one kid, it may be 3 different scenarios, right? And it's like it's like all of this is for this one goal. Hustle for this, cry for this, fought for this, pray for this.
That's pretty good. And then the scenario is the goal.
Huh?
Whatever the goal is for that individual.
Yeah. That's Coca-Cola, Jay.
That's pretty good.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. I like it.
That's Apple, man. That's Nike. That's Nike level thinking, man. You know what I'm saying?
That's great thinking.
What you think about that, though? But
I like it.
it's up to us to capture that. You know what I'm saying? We got to say it. It's up to you to capture that. Like, you got to put that emotion into it. I'm going to help you with
I
it.
see it in black and white.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? It's like, boom, boom, fought for this, cry for this, bled for this, pray for this.
That's the one that's underlined.
Yeah.
I see it now.
Okay. I just have to put that out there because I don't get moments like this.
That's a good moment. What, have you written that down?
No, it was in my head and I almost forgot about it.
Now it's out there.
It's out there now.
So now we have to do it.
Dang.
Let me write that down.
Yeah.
Pray.
Okay, so look, now it's on record. Now they got to do it. I'm gonna give y'all until 30 days to figure this out.
Okay.
Between
November
you and
18th?
Sid. Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
However y'all want to do it. I need a 30-second. I need a 15-second. I need a 1 minute.
Prayed for this ad deadline. All right. Sweet. Let's do it, Sid. Great. Do you want to talk about the HOA?
Oh, man. Yeah, let's talk about the HOA.
I know nothing about this. The Airbnb is not my realm, so you tell me.
Okay, so I get a
'cause I haven't heard
message.
about
I
this.
get a message from my homeowners association in my neighborhood saying that we're violating some type of code within the HOA contract to where we're doing the Airbnb and we're not supposed to be doing the Airbnb. Keep in mind that the president of the HOA stays right across the street from me. I talked to him.
I think I met them.
Yeah,
at
Gino.
one time. Yeah.
I talked to
Didn't
him.
they come to the
They came
party?
to the grand
Yeah.
opening. It was cool. So he saw the house. He was like, man, he's proud of me. You know, he's like, it should be good. You know, as long as, it's not anybody disrupting or disrespecting the neighborhood. Cool. I'm going to see to that. Make sure nobody's doing that. The real estate agent, which happened to be the owner of the house, told me it was fine. It was no, it's no thing. So 3 or 4 months into the Airbnb being rented, I get a message via Airbnb from the HOA like, hey, we've contacted Airbnb. We're sending you a cease and desist on this property as far as Airbnb. So I'm looking at it, I'm like, what? So I talked to Gino today. I tell Felipe, I'm like, man, call Gino. See if this is legit, like what's going on. Is this something that they had in the contract before I bought the house? Or is it something they added because I'm doing the Airbnb?
So not a bunch of Airbnbs pop up in the neighborhood?
I don't know. Because on Airbnb, you can't search the address and see if it's an Airbnb.
Yeah.
You have to book it first. So it's obvious somebody that's like, it's some inside stuff going on. And I'm gonna get to the bottom of it. But that's neither here nor there.
What did Gino have to say about it?
Gino was surprised because he said he didn't know about it. He didn't know about it, and he said it's like a new board now. It's a new president. It's a new this. It's a new
so
that.
He's no longer involved.
I mean, just based off the conversation today, he didn't confirm it, but he said something about with this new president. So I'm assuming he's not the president anymore, and it must have been brought to their attention that we're doing Airbnb. Now, if it was a problem where the people was getting complaints, no problem. I would shut it down.
But there's been zero complaints.
It's been zero complaints. It's been
zero
one
disruption.
complaint. Zero disruption. It's been one complaint that they thought was us, but it was really somebody else from, like, I mean, I guess when it's noise in the neighborhood, they're going to automatically think, oh, it's these guys. But it was somebody else, like, next door. It had nothing to do with us. So, zero complaints. And now they're trying to shut it down.
So what's the next steps?
The next step is just getting with my lawyers.
Getting to the bottom of it.
Getting to the bottom of it and figuring out, okay, is this an Airbnb thing?
It sounds like it's a them thing, and Airbnb is just enforcing their rules.
No, Airbnb hasn't said anything to me yet.
That's what I'm saying. It's like...
No, Airbnb...
Oh, but you said that they contacted
They contacted Airbnb, but Airbnb ain't said nothing to me. They said that they contacted Airbnb.
Oh, I thought you said that they contacted you through Airbnb.
They did. Like, through, like, a message. You can message people through Airbnb.
Oh, okay.
So they messaged me through Airbnb.
Oh, that was the only way for them to get into contact with you, I guess.
No, they got my number. I mean, they know where I live. They can send mail, whatever.
Yeah, they do know where you live.
So that was weird. I'm like, all right, cool. So they like, okay, you got to shut it down. So the next step is me getting with my lawyers and them talking, figuring out, okay, like, what's the problem? And how can we fix it? Because we booked up for months in advance. And this is the last thing I need to worry about. I got a ton of things to worry about in my life right now.
Hypothetically, what would happen if the neighborhood was just and there was no way around it? Is that just...
Okay, this is my thing. If it's a thing in the clause, it's always technicalities, right? Mm-hmm. Where it's like, okay, if they specified Airbnb,
then we can just run it through our
We're
side.
running it through God is dope. They messed up. If they made it an Airbnb thing, they made it a house rental thing, then it's probably a little bit tougher. But I don't think you can tell people they can't rent their house out if they bought it.
Yeah,
I think it's an Airbnb thing. I'm pretty sure it's like an Airbnb thing
And it's hard for people to search our house on Airbnb. I'm pretty sure most of the people that are booking it are coming through us.
Yeah,
through
so
our website.
I know. The last thing we need is Airbnb. Really, only thing we need Airbnb for is probably just for like the security and like people don't want to get flagged as far as like being a bad guest, so they gon' be on their best behavior. So
true.
The thing with us shipping, we'll have to figure it out as far as like how we can do it through God is dope. But it's possible.
But that is plan B.
That's plan B. It's like, okay, cool. And it'll be a lot easier. I mean, not a lot easier because Airbnb, they keep the calendars and this and that.
Yeah.
I would have to assign one person.
Felipe would have a lot to do.
Yeah, he would have a lot to do. Because I could just put the house as a product on the page and people can book it for like, we would only probably book it 30 days in advance. So it would be 30, it would be a product and then it would be 30.
It could be a call in, like you book it and then it's a phone conversation. These are the dates available.
Yeah.
Pick your dates.
Yeah. I think that'll make it a lot cooler and a lot more exclusive too. It's like, oh, you got to talk to the, and it's like more personal.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah, that's interesting. So
it'd be exclusive to our customers, like where you have to be a customer to even know about it already.
Right. This is just problems that we deal with on a day-to-day. It's nothing new.
Speaking of a problem.
More problems, okay.
Not a huge problem. I don't think Sherrod is polite enough on Instagram when operating under our God is Dope account.
Okay.
So I think that when we're interacting with customers, we just have to up the pleases and the exclamation points, maybe even a couple smiley face emojis in there.
Okay.
That's my thoughts. And
I know I'm talking to you.
No, just in general.
Because I never talk to customers. Like I'm always talking to you. I'm adding you to the customer.
Yes, adding me to the customer, but it's also the customer there too.
Okay. Well, you know what it is?
My example being, well, go ahead.
You know what it is? sometimes I'm not mean, right?
No,
you said, but
no,
I can be a lot more polite. So this is my thing.
It's like I get it because I work with, like, I know when you say get it done or get it shipped, I know what that sounds like.
But you think about it like this: if somebody's already mad because they didn't get their order in a timely fashion,
Yeah.
they don't. In my opinion, it's like me chewing you out, like Jay. Make sure they're good. You know, it's not like, oh.
But there's
Jay.
no tone in the text, so
I know it's not. That's what
I know,
I'm saying.
but I'm not saying if it's a bad scenario where it's like someone's complaining. I'm just saying please. It's just an appearance thing. It makes it seem a lot more friendly, I think.
Right. You're right.
That's all. It's just adding a little bit of friendliness
Okay.
to our customer service approach. But
Okay.
I understand what you mean. I just don't want a customer to be like, damn, God is dope, man. They're rude.
Okay, go play, Rado. No more gummies. No more vitamins. Eat these vitamins like fruit snacks.
Is that safe?
It's not safe, but he don't eat them like
Oh.
But he likes them that much.
We didn't have a question.
No, we got
I was wrong, by the way. I concede. It's Boosie.
It is.
But the internet, the YouTube, how do you pronounce?
You just got to know.
Yeah.
It's just a thing, man. If you're in the culture, you just know.
I'm not in the culture, man.
Yeah. Well, you're
I'm just kidding. I'm pretty in the culture.
You're getting there.
I'm pretty in the culture.
No, you're in the culture.
I know a lot more than people give me.
You know a lot more than me.
I know things. But my question, I wanted to ask you. Wait, what?
The Kanye video?
Oh, was that it? Oh.
Yeah, that was definitely it. But it's okay because Sid can edit this and put it in the front like we did the Boosie thing.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, I had a different one I came up with, but
okay, cool.
All right. Well, in this Kanye video, let's talk about that then.
Okay, so Kanye recently had a video while he's in Uganda.
Uganda is where he is.
And he's rapping.
And we can have Seth put that in there. Yeah.
He's rapping. He's going crazy. He's like at the 6 minute and 38 second mark, he says, "God is dope." And I sent it to Jay, and Jay's like,
I don't think he said that. Sherrod is convinced he said it.
A customer sent it to me and said he said it. I'm not just.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was wondering how you found that because I was like, I know Sherrod's not just Googling Kanye West videos and on his free time.
I'm not.
But
a customer sent it to me and said, "Yo," he said, "God is dope." I sent it to Jay, and Jay's like, "It don't make sense for him to say God is dope."
It's just the context. But then I said, nothing he's doing makes sense. So he could have said it. I'm still going with he didn't say it. Sherrod says he did say it. Okay. And we can play that clip, and you guys can decide for yourselves, did Kanye West say God is dope in the Uganda freestyle rap video? That's what I'm calling it.
He said God is dope.
Okay.
He said, like, God is dope. What else would you say? God is what?
He said God is something. I mean,
what else? Give me something that rhymes with dope.
Hope.
Besides hope.
Hope is a good one.
He didn't say God is hope.
God is hope.
He is hope, but he didn't say it.
Okay, we'll see.
Because
we'll let the people decide.
You'd be surprised. Like, you ever seen the movie Focus?
The one with Will Smith.
With Will Smith.
Yeah, great movie.
When he was programming that guy's mind, he was betting like the millions.
Yeah. And he was showing the numbers like.
Yeah.
So he
55.
It was like
he's saying 5 all day.
Yeah.
This is a perfect example. Of that.
When you see God is so, and Kanye has admitted that he does follow the Shade Room on a burner, and lurks on Shade Room.
Come on, man.
Okay, that was a really good point.
Come on.
He's been programmed by us.
He's been programmed
to think of the phrase God is dope. Whoa.
Come on, man. That's 2 times today.
Whoa. That's a pretty good one.
That's 2 times today, man. I just look like this.
That's a good one.
I just look like this.
That's a good one.
You know? So, we can move on. I'm gonna drop them here and there. Comment Sherrod is right. If you listen to this video, play it now.
We about to get busy, get busy, y'all. Get busy, y'all. It got us dope. It got us dope. It got us dope.
Okay, now we're back. Listen to that video. Am I right or is Jay right?
I don't think he said it. I think he said God is hope. That's what I'm with. I think he said God is hope. Sherrod thinks he said God is dope, but Sherrod has a very good point with that Focus reference. I'm
glad you've seen that movie because you wouldn't have understood it.
No, yeah, that's like a really specific scene.
Right.
So, you're talking about telling Rado to go play, you had a shirt idea about Alexa. Alexa, play blank.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. So we had this shirt idea. This new thing online as far as captions is Alexa, play whatever mood you're in.
Yeah. A song.
And this is 3 times. This is my third. Alexa, play. We had 3 ideas for like either God's plan, either Do You Want a Revolution?
Stomp. I like Stomp because it's the most brief.
Take Me to the King.
And I like that one because I think that's the most.
Yeah.
Aside from God's plan, but we've already done a God's plan shirt.
Yeah.
So I know people will like that one, but to me, it's like beating a dead horse with the God's plan thing.
Right. I think it's Alexa, play Do You Want a Revolution? Because Stump is like, if you know, it's like if you know, you know. Do You Want a Revolution is like, oh, yeah. That's Kirk Franklin. We don't have to say a name. It's like...
Stomp is also Kirk Franklin, correct?
It is Kirk Franklin,
Okay.
but...
Which one is like, on the charts, which one is his biggest? What is his biggest hit, to your knowledge?
I don't know. It like both Stomp and Do You Want a Revolution could have been number 1. Both of them could have been number 1.
And so what kind of look were you going for?
Something real minimal. Everything
Small.
is minimal. Small, boom. Alexa, play, boom. It's like, dang, okay.
So according to Billboard, let's see.
If you Google Kirk Franklin discography, it should probably show up as far as...
Never mind, this is all out of order.
Even
Some
if
random
you-
song had Stomp as number 1, Declaration is number 2, Jesus is number 3, I Smile is number 4, Lean on Me is number 5. That was theirs, but
All right.
it's a random song.
They get the point. Alexa, play blank.
I like that idea.
Shirt idea.
And that would be a 24-hour.
Yeah, it'd be
Get
a
it while you
24
can.
hour.
And I think it'd be
Yeah.
pretty cool and interactive to have the choices as a post and have people vote. I like the idea of people voting and people's input in our comments.
Yeah.
Sliding right.
What about the thing where we're talking about
I'm trying to remember what it was.
letting people come up with shirt ideas?
Well, that was just we were gonna put. It was the greatest. The idea was a post where it said, "Who is the greatest gospel artist of all time?" God is dope. And then it's just the post just sparks a discussion and having people just go at it at the bottom.
Let's do that. Let's do that tonight.
Okay. Who is the greatest
Gospel artist of all time.
Just make a simple, just like how I did with the black and white God is dope logo at the bottom.
Yep. Comment below.
Cool. Well, that wraps up all the topics that I had.
Okay.
Do you want
Cool.
to?
This is a strong podcast. This one.
I think we've gotten better at gathering our topics.
making a
Because
point
the
and moving
first
on.
2 was literally just let's sit down and talk and see what happens.
Yeah.
Now, yeah, we get it.
People have been coming into work on time?
Yes.
Since the new sheriff is
Since
in
the
town?
new,
Please.
I greet everyone with a smile.
Devin was 12 minutes late today.
12 minutes late, correct.
And Jay said, oh, yeah.
I told him I had my eye on
It was a verbal.
Okay. So, okay. From Trayvon
So
Lee.
you know, this is it's gonna be hard to discipline somebody that comes in 10 minutes late now, right?
Well, no one noticed. No one noticed.
They notice.
No one noticed until they watch this and see it.
Right.
But
They
okay,
notice.
from Trayvon Lee, would you ever move to an automatic screen press versus doing it by hand?
Oh, of course.
I think definitely. They're really, really expensive. And
I mean, yeah,
what is it, 20 for like the one Ed has?
45 to 50,000 just
I mean,
for like a
that's-
6. But you make them. I mean, you make.
It definitely.
Yeah, it's expensive. Like it just depends on.
I think we will move to that. Probably the next facility. They're also huge, right? Are they not pretty big?
They can fit in here. They're pretty big, but yeah.
We'd have to reorganize some stuff. But I think the next step, like, I don't see us going to like a better hand one. I think the next step would be just automatics,
Yeah.
and then Jared and Few figuring out that.
Yeah.
Because that's a whole different.
I was a little weary of Few in the beginning, but now Few's been here some time. I think he got the knowledge to figure it out.
An automatic.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah.
But yeah. So to answer that, yes, we would move to an automatic press.
No, Rado. No.
It's just expensive. So we're working with what we can do right now.
No, it's worth it. It's worth it on the investment, but if you buy it and you don't know what you're doing with it, it's expensive. So, like, you know, you got to have somebody that knows what they're doing.
So since we talked about the Airbnb on this podcast, we usually don't. There was a question from Devontae Durr asking, thinking about getting into the Airbnb business.
Don't.
Do you have any tips on Airbnb?
I'm just playing. So far from what I've learned, I don't know if it's. You're probably not gonna do a branded Airbnb because I think you would have said it. Just make sure the beds are like top notch. Make sure you have high speed internet. This is just like stuff I've researched. High speed internet is important. The amenities, not amenities, but just like the accessories as far as coffee makers and blenders and pots and pans and stuff.
Yeah.
Make sure that is good. Make sure you have the best beds and sheets that you can afford, and make sure the place is clean.
I think cleanliness. How can I not say that?
Yeah.
That word, I think that's really important with Airbnb, just as well as like any hospitality, even like in a store or like just needs to be clean.
Yeah, it needs to be clean. Make sure you have, always have towels, tissue, soap, toothpaste and stuff is optional, but it just depends on what they spending per night. But yeah.
And we had one more question from Mike Jones. What's up, Mike Jones?
Who?
Mike Jones. What's up, guys? Fan of the channel / podcast. What percentage of IG followers actually purchase products? 1% to 2%, more or less? Just curious. Thanks.
Okay, so we talked about this before the podcast just to give you a better number. So if you're talking about every post or overall?
Yeah, there's two ways to answer. It could be overall what percentage of our customers follow us, or what percentage of our customers buy from us when we post.
Stay on this side, say it from here to there. Huh?
Right?
Yeah.
Both sides.
Right. So from followers, 253,000.
253 is what we're at right now.
Our overall customer base is at about,
I think you had mentioned
75,000. So what's the math on that? Where did we come up with that?
Out of that, that'd be like, let's see. Almost 30, rounding up to 30%.
30%?
Yeah, rounded up.
Okay, so yeah, overall. Okay,
29.6% overall, like in lifetime.
Right, lifetime. Okay,
and that's assuming that everyone that is in that 75,000 does follow us. It's like kind of hard.
Right.
It's like you have to make that assumption.
Well, yeah, we're just gonna make that assumption.
Yeah.
But if you're talking about per post, every time we post, I mean, because if you look at it, like between me and you, right? If we say, man, starting out, I used to think, man, if I get 200,000 followers, if just half of them bought something, I'd be good. And people really think like that. Now, obviously not him, but people really think like out of 200,000 people that follow you, every time you post, you probably get 100,000 orders or 10,000 orders. And that's definitely not the case. So just to give you an example, the best post we've done recently was the 30 for 30.
Sales-wise, yes.
Sales-wise and orders-wise. Same thing.
Would you consider, like, the parade for this ran, like, we did that post, but then we were, okay, I guess just us posting.
I'm saying just 30 minutes. I'm just talking about 30 minutes.
Okay, let's run it down.
Sure. So 30 minutes, we made $8,000. I don't know how many sales we did. Probably around, I think, looking at how many times the promo code was used, I think it was 160 something plus the other 15% off code was used another 60 sometimes. So let's just say 220. 220 orders in 30 minutes to an hour off that post.
And this is a post that got nearly 20,000 likes and 150 comments.
Right.
So another percentage that you can go off is like even the like to purchase is like
very low.
Yeah.
Right. So do 200%. I mean 200 people out of 253,000.
I mean it's going to be like not even a half of a percent.
Right.
0.0007.
Right.
Yeah.
So yeah, there you go. And I tell people all the time, it's like, man, how many people you got? Like, I think the conversion rate on Amazon, which is like number one, is 0.03%. So that basically means out of 100 people that come to your site, 3 people might buy something, and that's high.
Yeah.
So imagine how many people you got to get to your website to get 1,000 orders a day or 100 orders a day. A lot.
Well, let's just see live today off of a regular Thursday.
Because back in the day, I used to fake it. Now we're doing real numbers, and it's like I ain't got to fake it. It's like I'm gonna tell you what's up.
Today we've had 1,500 sessions and 50 orders.
Right. So what's that math?
I'm not very good at math, so I calculate everything on my phone. 3%.
Yep. There you go.
That's just today, not off IG, but just traffic to conversion.
That's just the way it is. I don't know. I don't make the rules. It's just how it's just how it works. Any more questions?
Nope. We just had 3.
So we good?
Yep.
Dang. It's a nice podcast. Strong podcast. Anything you want to sing or say or?
Nope, I don't sing. Like, comment, subscribe. We are at how many people? 913 subscribers on our quest to get 1,000 subscribers. Please subscribe and comment. And if you have any other questions, comment below. Thank you for asking questions and listening. This podcast was brought to you by
Insert sponsor here.
Just kidding, not Lil Boosie.
Yeah, if you want to sponsor the podcast, let us know. Oh, and send us. We're doing this new thing where we're gonna wear products. And
so where's your shirt from?
I don't remember the exact brand, but by the time we start this brand, I'll put the Instagram in there. I'll have said do it. I don't know the exact name of the brand, but it's a young lady that's very cool.
Yeah, we'll do shirt shout-outs.
Yeah, we'll do shirt shout-outs. It's,
so send us stuff.
Mixed with melanin and God.
Send us stuff, please.
And it's a good price. It's a good presentation, good quality. Jay wears 2X and Gildan, and 2X and what's it called? 980 and 1X and Gildan.
Yeah,
I wear between. I can wear a small, I can wear a medium, I can wear a large, I can wear XL. It just depends, you know, how sexy I want to get for that day.
The Chicago style tight shirt.
The real swag.
The first time I met Rail, and I think even Woo, they're both wearing like small shirts, but it was like,
yeah,
that's just the style.
You should have seen Woo on his birthday.
What was he wearing on his birthday? Burberry?
Yeah, you seen it?
I saw Woo got both the Burberry
shirts. Did he tell you the story?
No.
About how people thought he was Quavo?
No.
Hey, look.
The Burberry shirt is a classic. It's my birthday shirt.
Definitely.
That's if you see someone out with a Burberry shirt, you might as well tell them happy birthday.
It's a birthday shirt.
It's a birthday shirt.
Okay, cool. So he's the mannequin.
Send us something, Burberry.
No.
My shirt is from the Olympics, but it's a vintage tee brought to you by my boy Scoop and Score. Check them out, vintage wear.
Scoop
and Score. Shout out to them.
Yeah, send us products, man. 675 Metropolitan Parkway, suite number
4128.
4128. You know, we'll talk about your stuff. Just label it Attention J Podcast, and we'll let you know what's up. If we like it, give you a shout out. I mean, we got a consistent 200 people that's watching the show, and
tell your friends. If you watch this, tell your friends.
Yeah, man.
That are also trying to do this. But all right, thank you.
Peace out.
Breakfast on the yacht. I like expensive property. Trust account on lock. Federal Reserve a spot for me. No need for money. Gold kilo money. Negotiable instrument.